anything is working because nothing is working on Turf side. This is a what would you call this? Christmas Eve special, and I have no idea if it's even working. So first and foremost, let me see if I got any action. See if I got any action, boss. I'm probably definitely talking to myself right now, which is totally fine. We'll see how it goes. There's probably not much going on today, right? You know, it's a lot of people taking time off, I'm sure. And as I expected, nothing's working. Nothing is working. Oh wait, no, it is working. There we go. Ah, we're live. It's working. So, it's just yeah, my whole system went down on me, and I gotta figure this out. Right now, I only have the ability to stream, as you can see here. So we are getting through this show, ladies and gentlemen, because I have not done a show in a long time, and I'm gonna have to figure out how to get this resolved for tonight. As you know, we have the knockout canvas tonight, 6 o'clock. I'm hoping we have the knockout canvas again. Like I say, it is Christmas Eve, so Merry Christmas to all of you Raider Nation fans. No, it's not going too well. It is what it is. You know, let me see. It's definitely giving me the bare minimum safe mode. So at least I know I can at least get on here. Channel subscribers. I can't subscribe to myself, so I can't type to myself. I don't even know if it's actually really truly working other than being able to see it. Yeah, I see 3 people watching, so we're going to dive on into this thing. Let me see if I can find my notes. I'm a little flabbergasted. I will try to respond if anyone does say anything. For one of those 3 people that are, it looks like, watching, hit your boy. Do something with the chat. Tell me you there. Maybe it is working. Like I say, we'll at least have a show today. That's a bare minimum. So, all right, let's dive right on into it. You know, this would normally be my Chat Lives Matters piece. So salute to every and anybody that's potentially watching this right now on a Tuesday. Is it Tuesday or Wednesday? It's already Wednesday. Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. December 24th, 2025. And there is a lot to talk about. I don't know how long this is going to last for me. Probably not too long, I would say. But it's definitely going to be something we have to talk about because somebody went off this weekend. Somebody had a pretty good game. As y'all know, Turf loves to give credit where credit is due, right? So, you know, I mean, it's no secret. I think this may potentially have been Mr. Michael Myers, a.k.a. Ashton Janty's come out party. Look, I definitely know when, you know, hey, you see a flash, you see something. I mean, sometimes the numbers lie. You know, I'm sure there are going to be some guys that are still very critical because there's still critical pieces in terms of Janty. I'm jumping ahead, but, you know, let's just dive right on there, right? Like you say, it's no time like the present. But as always, we're going to go through everything. Gino being Gino, right? 16 to 23, 170 yards, 8.7 yards per catch, 2 TDs, 1 pick. It's always going to throw a pick. 107 QBR? Is that even possible? I don't know. In any event, in all honesty, it was a competitive game. Excuse me. That was the number one thing I was happy about most, was the fact that it was a competitive game. I mean, we all know it's #SS. For people out there that know, and I think we've already, solidified that, if you will, in terms of the breaking news this morning, which is that Mr. Brock Bowers is done for the season, as well as Jeremy Chin, I believe. I'm not sure if it's for the season on Mr. Chin, but I know he is definitely out this game. And for sure, Brock Bowers and the knee injury, he is out for good in terms of the rest of this season, which is a great thing anyways. Give that young man a chance to get himself back together and heal. So I do see my guy Raider Paul is going to come up. Yeah. Raider Paul is in the building. Merry Christmas, Raiders. Appreciate you for coming through as always, my guy, man. Hope you enjoy the show. Yeah, this season has been bad. I don't blame you for not being anywhere around these YouTube streets, my dude. So, yeah, it is what it is. We'll leave it at that. But yeah, hey, we're getting through the season, right? We are getting through the season. Again, I mean, Geno Smith being Geno Smith, I don't think anybody, looked at that in any way other than what you see. And yeah, that's what it's going to be. I see some people are now starting to jump in, so I will promise to make sure I pay attention to the chat since I've already passed. But yes. Raider Paul, 100% keeping it up. Mendoza, so you're a Mendoza fan, huh? You are going to hate me, Raider Paul. You're going to absolutely hate me, Raider Paul. Why? I'm glad you bring this up, because I'm absolutely going to talk about it, and talk about it right now. You know what I'm saying? Do you not see me? James Furpo? Hopefully, what you not see me. Raiders, appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. But back to Raider Paul, because, Raider Paul is my guy. But, I'm not even going to go into depth, because, right, we have a whole off season. We'll be fighting back and forth on this very well comment right here, right? We will be fighting about this no matter where we pick, 1 or 2, all off season, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be fighting this all off season, right? I'm just gonna put it to you like this. I let this derail me, because it is something that, like I said, I think it's going to be one of the most polarizing topics again in Raider history, in Raider off season. I mean, you're going to see some knock down, drag, drop, just complete bloodbaths of commentary and content on this whole quarterback thing. And this is what I'm going to say to you, Raider Paul, and everybody else in Raiderland. This is the question I ask you. And I'm going to leave it here, because I want you to go do your homework. I want everyone to start right. I already know exactly where people are going to go with this, and I'm going to throw them out there after I say this. But listen, I want y'all to tell me, and whoever wants to try to clip this, race bait, etc., Have fun. Merry Christmas. But I just want an honest answer. Where's the last successful Cuban quarterback? Who is the most successful Cuban quarterback in NFL history? I am curious to find that out. This other little caveat I will say. I think this was, and again, see, this is going to be, boy, I'm giving some Christmas presents and content creation land today because I already know I'm getting whipped on this. But look, this was the worst Heisman Trophy candidates in terms of stats, just everything across the board. The worst, right? Everybody's giving Shedeur all of this, right? That I'm not even going to go into that, but I just want you to look at his numbers for the Heisman race and look at Mr. Mendoza's numbers for the Heisman race. Mind you, Shedeur was not in the race. Let's just keep it a bean. Shedeur was nowhere close to in the top 5. Nowhere close. But I want you to look at the statistics. And look at the statistics for everybody in this year's Heisman Trophy run. I mean, to say it was abysmal is an understatement. So, good luck with whoever picks Mendoza. It'll be a first. Period. Okay, I just gave that away. But yeah, for the people that's still squatching and Googling and right chat GPT and Gemini, there is no successful Cuban quarterback that's ever played in the NFL. There isn't one. He will be the first. Do you want to take on that project? We don't have Al anymore. So I think it's time to come to reality that there is no more of this, spirit of Al. And if it is, we need to get rid of it for obvious reasons, right? So this whole notion of, hey, we're the first for everything. I don't want any more projects. We have a chance to anchor the offensive defensive line with this pick. I'm tired. I don't see this. I'm going too far into this. See, I already told y'all, Merry Christmas to the Raider content creators out there today. I digress. I am going to switch back to where I was at in terms of the offensive play, right? As you can see, I mean, there was really no offensive X factor on the Texans side. They had a very abysmal game. They had an awful game. I mean, great for us. And shout out to my homie Cheeto. He was out there. At least he got to see an amazing performance in Ashton Janty. I mean, that was one for the ages, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just keep it a boom. That performance was amazing. Wish we could have seen that a little bit more. I think he had the ability to, but for whatever reason, I mean, again, I digress. Let's just get back to the stats so we can at least have a good show here. Good solid hour. Like I say, I'm hoping I can get Coach Angelo on tonight. We can get a knockout canvas show tonight because boxing is just as hot as ever. Back to the stats. Gino being Gino. Now, Ashton Janty. Gotta give you some praise, young man. You definitely showed what was necessary. Again, I don't think a lot of this stuff was your fault. The stuff that I think is your fault, and I'm still going to ride you like any coach, pause, right? That stinking flipping attitude you had. I think that's starting to go away, right? I haven't seen that pouting attitude debate, right? You were very entitled these first few games, in my opinion. I don't know. I'm pretty sure other people would agree. I've already stated all of those facts. But this isn't about bashing Janty today, Mr. Michael Myers. This is about giving him props. I mean, the kid rushed 24 carries, 128 yards, and a touchdown. He broke a 50-yarder rushing, which was very important. And he did it like I would. Hide behind those big boys, man. Wait till that crease hits him. And man, everybody's one-on-one. Beautiful run. 5.3 yards a carry, man. That's what we looking for, right? That's what we looking for. 100%. That's what we are looking for. And I was very proud to see that for him. What's requested of you in this league, and that's 4. So to go above and beyond, right? Because even 4.5 is right smoking. You're not gonna find many guys averaging that, or if any at all, right? And here, Mr. Ashton Janty is 5.3. We obviously have a problem in terms of wide receivers. But Trey Tucker got 2 carries. Shout out to Trey Tucker, Mama Tucker. Hang in there. Couple more games. It is what it is. And I don't know if I've ever even gotten a chance to say online. And sometimes you don't know, but I am going to say it because it is Christmas time. But thank you, Mama Tucker, for the cash apps, right? The little drinks and stuff that you afforded me to have with those. I really appreciate it. Merry Christmas, not only to Mr. Trey Tucker, Mama Tucker, but the whole Tucker family, as well as all of Raider Nation, as I've been saying all show. But yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. And then Raheem Mostert at 1 carry. So, hey, this was 100% an Ashton Janty game. And look, the reason I'm giving major props on this one specifically is because of who we were playing against. I want to say this is probably top 3 rushing defense in the NFL. And you had guys out there eyes wide open. Mr. Janty got some major praise from that defensive front. And for good reason, because we're going to continue with these stats. And it leads us right into receiving. I mean, Ashton Janty, 1 reception, 60 yards, touchdown, 2 targets. I believe one of them, I don't know if that was the one that flipped off. Got a pick 6, was that? I don't. Look, again, we're here to get praise for Mr. Janty. Awesome, right? I mean, you're leading in both rushing and receiving. I don't know how often that ever happens in the NFL where you're running back or just a person in general, leads the team in receiving and rushing for a game. It's actually a good question, but I'd say that's pretty rare. Somebody's usually going off to get you those rushing yards, if you will, on the outside. Hey, Jack Besh. Let's give Jack Besh some props, right? 2 receptions, 43 yards, long 37. So, I mean, he definitely got himself open a few times. Again, guys, that's one of the best defenses that we've played against, if not the best defense, right outside of the Broncos. This may be the best defense that we've played. So, I mean, guys showed up, man, and that's all Raider Nation fans really, truly kind of hope for, right? We have not been competitive at all, and this is why Peter is being held accountable, because that is you. All of this is you, Peter. I'm sorry. You don't get off the hook. I mean, great career. Going down as one of the greatest coaches in NFL history, but I think it's just time. Or, this team and this organization, it's run its course for him. He may very well be capable of going to another team and it making sense. I think I saw somewhere somebody was licking their chops, waiting and praying that Pete Carroll was available. Maybe was it the Cleveland Browns? I don't know. Do I think Pete Carroll would be a great fit for the Cleveland Browns? At this point, anybody's going to be a great fit for Cleveland. I don't know. And I feel bad for Mr. Stefanski because I don't think a lot of these choices fall on him. I don't think he's a good head coach. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to try to sugarcoat that. But, I mean, it is what it is. Back on to our stats offensively, right? Again, Trey Tucker showing up 4 out of 5, right? Targets. Catching 4 of them, 43 yards, averaging 10. That's a first down to catch. So it's 4 first downs. I mean, hey, he's doing what he can out there, right? Shout out to Trey, man. It's been tough. It's been a tough season. Brock Bowers, right? 5 receptions out of 5 targets. I mean, this was a competitive game, ladies and gentlemen. It was not a bad game. I was actually pleasantly surprised in watching this thing. I couldn't believe it, actually, to be honest. I just couldn't believe it. It was a very good competitive game. Yeah, so no two ways around that. And then, Tyler Lockett, Raheem Mostert. It is what it is. But that was the offense. And I give the offense props. 23 points. Ashton Janty's come out party, if you will, pause. Yeah. Do I still think he has a lot of work? Absolutely. I think he's going in the right track. It's the end of the season. I pray that if someone actually caught wind and he took my takes, how they were perceived. Were they motivational? Meaning, look, I didn't just try to, dog you and clown you and, I obviously got to make it entertaining for the people. My Michael Myers, I got to remember the Michael Myers. I got to make it entertaining for the people. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, hey, me personally, man, I don't know. It's a new era. I would personally take anything people say. This day and age is fuel. In all honesty, some people you just got to laugh at. I'm still standing on 10 toes down that I don't think you're quote unquote special, right? I'm not trying to backtrack, none of that stuff. That's on you to prove it. And hey, man, all I can tell you is my Jordan story. Hated Michael Jordan. Hated him with a passion. They traded my favorite players to Dale 3 for Michael Jordan. And I dogged Michael Jordan for a long time. I did. It's just facts. I mean, if they had, receipts back then, I'd have to be held accountable for that. And everyone would laugh at me in my face. And this could very much so. I would love nothing more than for Mr. Michael Myers, Ashton Janty to prove your boy wrong. I don't know who's the next person. I don't see anybody in near sight that's taking that man's status, right? I don't know. Y'all tell me. I don't know anybody that's taking this man's status right here in terms of, you know what I mean? Raider Nation's supremacy in the running back position. Marcus Allen, I think, is probably up there with one of the most loved Raider players, period. Like one of the. So let alone being one of the, if not, I consider him the best Raider running back of all time. Shout out to my dog Marcus Allen. Yeah, I consider him to be the best of all time. So it is what it is, man. Let's continue this show, man, and dive on into the defense. Hey. So I'm gonna just go straight into it. Devin White He's been balling. He's been a dog. Look, I'm very curious as to what that looks like now for next year. Because look, the kid total 11 tackles, 7 solo, pass deflection. I mean, he broke the record for tackles as a linebacker. I mean, I gotta assume we've had some serious linebackers come through, right? That's really considered great players. Probably even some gold jacket wearers at the linebacker position. And clearly, they didn't do what Devin White has done. Now, I'm not saying he's Pro Bowl. Man, I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying that the guy has played well. And I'm curious to know what that little tit for tat and spiff was between he and his co-worker, teammate, Max Crosby. How that, right? Because, hey, again, look at that play. Max completely has a point. So, yeah, look, you got Elandon Roberts, 8 total tackles, 1 solo, pass deflection. I mean, this is what you want to see, guys. This was a very competitive game. You want to see your linebackers, strong safety, right? Those are the people making most of the tackles, right? Sacks, you're expecting to be your edge guys, linebackers. But again, I don't think we had any sacks. I don't think we had any sacks this game. I mean, as you saw on the offensive side of the ball, the person that can really affect that stat is the guy, CJ Stroud himself. Hence why I kind of put him as the offensive player on their side. It is what it is. But yeah, back to our guys, man. Again, Isaiah Polamalu, Jeremy Chin, Max Crosby, right there, right? I mean, solid game. They held them to 24 points, something like that. 23-20, right? Something like that. I mean, you can see the title out. I thought it was well done. I personally thought it was well done. Shout out Raider Nation. I didn't go to this game because I thought we were absolutely going to get mollywopped. I'll absolutely admit that. Bring myself to the front of it. Man, I had so many of your homeboys calling, hey, man, you going to the game? Are you kidding me? I can't do it. It would have not gone well for me. That would have not gone well for me. And if I would have went with my luck, it would have probably went down the way that I expected it to, but it did not. It did not. It went well. Like I say, I was excited for my dog Cheeto. I was mad that I didn't get to go to see him, right? Anytime a TRS member is in the state of Texas, you kind of need to do that. But I mean, Turf is about to head to KC to pick up his whip. So funny too. I got my car is full of Raider stuff. Go figure. Yeah. And I had to get it sent to my guy. Shout out to J-Mo. Car Kings in Kansas City, Missouri. West Truman, something along those lines. But yeah, man, had to get a new engine in my baby girl Tina. So that was my Christmas present to me, I guess, if you will. Yeah, so Merry Christmas to me. Getting my car back, man. A lot going on. But yeah. So I mean, defensively, right? I think everything went as best as you could have expected. Honestly, I'll be honest. I think the Texans just came out more flat than, we were just out there balling. But hey, maybe that's not true. Maybe the Texans, right? Because the guys played well. I was very, very happy with the performance. And I mean, we all know it's hashtag SS, ladies and gentlemen. Do not get it twisted. Hashtag SS is real. strategic substitution. That may not know. And yeah, that's why Bowers as well as Chin is out. And it'll be interesting to see how both teams play each other in terms of who can out toilet bowl each other to solidify this final spot. I don't know. I think personally we may win the last 2 games. Shout out to the Raiders, Raider Nation. You're talking the Giants. You got a rookie quarterback. I think PG gets it done. That's the other thing. These guys aren't looking to lose, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, you've already seen, the clips and other content about how Max and other players, referring to this whole tank gate, tanks, taking him for the rest of the season to solidify that Mendoza number 1 spot. But it is what it is. I just don't see it. I don't see it. I mean, let's take a peek real quick before we move more on to the game show. Let me take a look real quick. Raiders schedule. Let's see. NFL race. Let's see here. Right now. The Raiders, Cleveland, right? So, oh wow. So the Raiders are 3-2-12. Cleveland is 3-11. The Giants, Tennessee is 2-12. Yeah, the Giants, Tennessee, 2-12. I'm trying to see who we play next. Hold on, let me go to this Raiders schedule. Yeah, that's where it is. Kansas City. So we have the Giants at home and Kansas City, January 4th at home. Dang, man, so much going on that January 4th weekend. Hey, turf will be in Utah. Shout out to the University of Utah. I think they call themselves the Red. I don't know. Anywho, gymnastics season is on and cracking. So you already know how that goes. Then we play the Giants. I think the Giants will be beat. And I don't know, guys. Kansas City coming into the last game. I just see that as being a winnable game. We know that the Giants, and that's the thing, we don't care about the Giants. Well, the problem is if we allow the Giants and even the Titans, right, get that number 1 spot, because, that's the thing. Who else needs quarterback? Who's gonna jump up and mortgage the fund for any of these quarterbacks that are available currently? I'm sorry, I'm just not a big fan of these current existing quarterbacks, FYI, if you didn't know. I think this quarterback class is worse than last year's quarterback class, by far. I think you'll see more talent out of last year's class than you will this year. I don't know if you'll see any talent. And, a lot of people are high on Moore. Clearly, people are high on Mendoza. I'm not high on either. But bottom line is we need to pick a quarterback. That's the other conundrum we're in. Even if it's not in the first round, at some point in this draft, if one of those guys are available, I don't know. We are just in such bad situation. It's so bad, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know any other way to put it. It's just really, really bad. It's a tough spot. And that's why I say 2031. And if 2031, ladies and gentlemen, is when we're looking to actually get serious, if you ask her. 2031. That's where we'll be, in terms of what we got going on. And when we'll actually be able to compete in this league again and actually look towards the playoffs and actually have successful playoff runs, not just get to the playoffs one and done, right? We want successful playoff runs. The last thing we want is to have to deal with what Coach Mike Tomlin is dealing with, right? He's probably going to go down as one of the winningest coaches of all time. He's never, ever had a losing season. And people want to kick him out. I mean, I would take Mike Tomlin yesterday. How about you guys? I would take Mike Tomlin yesterday. Right? You kidding me? Oh my God. It would immediately, I mean, I think we actually would have a winning season if things were done right. I think he knows how to do things right, regardless of, right? At least we will get that stability that is, we have all been crying for, just praying for. That's really where I am with this thing right now. I thought Peter was going to do that for us. I thought he would turn that around. I didn't think he'd win, right? I thought we'd have a 6-11 season. That was my initial thoughts. I thought that would have been successful. That would have absolutely been a successful season for me. Anything above that, give that man an extension, right? That was my thoughts. But then what happened? Peter and Son came in and messed up the offensive line. And that was really where things fell apart, in my opinion. That's where, when you took the life out of the players that actually gave the team energy, your JPJs, right? And then you started feeding into this rookie's desire. They want to be Michael Myers. That's where it went bad. I think that's where you lost the locker room. I'm telling you right now, if I was a player and I saw that, I'm like, Pete, what are you doing? I mean, we already saw they hung everything on Chip Kelly. I'm not even a big Chip Kelly fan, but you got Chip Kelly saying, hey, man, get in the proper stance. And I'm not going to lie. I think it actually did cause that safety. I don't care about the blocking, except if you're in a football stance and you're already a little bit lower, right, in terms of, being prepared to really get an inch. Guys, I don't know. Look, it is what it is. All I know is I see a lot of foolishness going on in terms of this. And I think you're only hurting yourself. But again, hey, you make it work. Who am I, right? So, I mean, it won't be the first time, and it won't be the last time somebody changes the game in terms of, that's a stance or whatever the case may be, right? Because they're doing it in Boise now. I think what you will see moving forward at Boise State is every running back will try to stand up, and I think it's going to be disastrous. But who am I? Like I say, I just don't see how you can really. I don't know. I digress. Shout out to Mr. Robert Pena in the building. Appreciate you, my dude, for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. Merry Christmas. That goes out to all Raider Nation, man. Merry Christmas. So, yeah, I digress. Back to where I was at here. As far as game flow and discipline. It just leads me into the coaching side of it. This hasn't been an easy season for the Texans, but I think they're peaking at the right time, right? I think they're having bad games at the right time. Like, they just had their worst game in the last probably 3-4 games, and they still were able to hang on to it easy. I think they're going into these last 2 games ready, and I think we've helped them get prepared to compete for the playoffs. Let's look at the playoffs real quick. I just want to look at the playoff. Yeah, let's look at the playoff picture real quick, because I think that they are a really good team, actually. I really think, see, Texans are in the hunt. The Texans are in the hunt. Currently, right now, let me see. You know what? Let me see. I'll share this. Let me see. if I can give this a good old share. Let's do it. There you have it. Playoff picture, ladies. I see the Patriots taking over the Broncos. Yeah, I can see that happening. Patriots taking over the Broncos. The Jaguars, ladies and gentlemen. The Chargers. Bro, this is Buffalo at the bottom. This is AFC the AFC is looking right. But to be honest with you, in my opinion, this is the first time in a long time I see it very even on both sides, ladies and gentlemen. The Seahawks with that number one spot. The fact that a lot of people believe the Rams are the best team in the NFL right now. But the fact that the Rams and the Bills are at the bottom, right? At the bottom? Bro, that is wild. That is wild to me. I'm just going to leave it at that. And before I go a little bit further, let me just discuss this, right? NFC, I love every team on it. The only team I think is very suspect, the only two teams I would say are very suspect for obvious reasons. Number 3, the Eagles. They got hard problems to solve in terms of their offense. I just don't see how they're going to beat anybody. I don't think your defense is going to hold well enough to deal with that long term, if you will. So I see them getting upset. Unfortunately, the 49ers, I think the injuries, they're relying way too much on McCaffrey. Don't get me wrong, it's a good thing to do, and I think they will absolutely have to ride that in the playoffs in order to make any kind of run. He will absolutely need to produce 100%. Otherwise, again, another team. It's another easy potential upset, right, if you will, in terms of if they're playing the team that's people deem to, be better than like these final two teams here, right? The Panthers or the Packers. I easily see the 49ers being upset by one of those teams. I see the Eagles being upset by one of those teams. I do not see the Rams being upset. I do not see the Bears being upset on the NFC, on the side of being upset. I don't see it. So that's going to be interesting to look at. Man, how about those Panthers, bro? Shout out to the Panthers. Shout out to Carolina, Mike. Man, I'm not even going to go into it. All I can tell y'all is that guy he is killing it right now. He deserves everything he is getting. Again, shout out to Carolina Mike. At this point, I think everybody knows who Carolina Mike is, man. And his catchy song, corny, catchy, whatever you want to call it. I actually like it. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. It's a ridiculous song. Both of them. I like the guy, man. Keep doing your thing, Carolina Mike. But yes, I'm happy for right? See, good parody, good. Now you go to that AFC side, man. I don't see the Patriots being upset. Nope. But who I do see being upset, them donkeys. I see them donkeys. Y'all better pray y'all keep that number one spot. You better pray y'all keep that number one spot. The donkeys better pray. Who do the donkeys have? Who do the donkeys have the last few games? I want to know who the donkeys play next. The donkeys have the Chiefs. They're going to beat them. But it's in Arrowhead. And then the last game of the season, man, they got the Chargers. I don't know. That game might not matter. I don't know. Yeah, no, it absolutely will matter. I don't see the donkeys holding on to that number one spot. I don't see it. I don't see the Donkeys holding on to the number 1 spot. That's not going to happen. I can tell you that right now. That is not going to happen. The Donkeys will not hold on to this spot. I really see some potential upsets in terms of who's going to be in the hunt. If everything stays the same, yeah, I forget how the you gotta wipe the wild card. I think, and that's what it is, right? The Steelers and the Texans would play themselves, right? And then whoever wins that will play the number 1 seed, right? And then whoever will play that will play the number 1 seed and so forth. This is an interesting playoff season. I think any one of those top teams can win. It's just going to depend on what happens. A lot of people believe the Rams are the best team in the NFL right now. I don't disagree. I think it's an arguable, you know what I'm saying, situation. But it's going to be good to see, man. I mean, and speaking of, let's talk about the coaching here. Because as you see, we got coaches' film room notes. I already know our coach needs to be gone. We all should know that Peter needs to be gone, in my opinion. It's just passing by, right? We're looking at one of your coaches that'll be in this game for a long time on the right-hand side. That's D'Amico Ryans. I think he's got the Texans cooking on all cylinders. I think they're doing things right. It's the easiest way for me to put that. I think they are doing things absolutely right. It's going to be interesting to see how that all works for them. It's going to be very interesting to see how that works for them. This playoff run, but I think it'll be good. I think it'll do well. I think they are going to surprise a lot of people in the playoffs this year. It wouldn't shock me if they actually even made it to the AFC. They got one of the best defenses, man, and if everything else can, catch back up, defense still wins championships, ladies and gentlemen. And if this year hasn't shown you that, they still haven't tipped the scales to the offense yet. They keep trying. Every year they try. They create all kinds of rules. Shout out to the defense, man. They try every which way till Sunday, man, to really make it tough for defense. To really make it tough. So, but coaching, man, I don't see the Bills. That they would be foolish, right? Doesn't make any sense. The Broncos, they're clearly not moving from Sean Payton. Mike Vrabel's the hottest coach in the league right now. He could be up for Coach of the Year. Obviously, Payton too. Jaguars' new head coach. Clearly, he's not going anywhere. He's one of the youngest bright minds of the game right now. The Chargers, it's horrible. This team has no business even being in this list, in my opinion. You lost 2 of your starting linemen offensively, and you still somehow are holding an 11-4 record. Shout out to Justin Herbert. Shout out to that backfield. Are you kidding me? Vidal, Marion Hampton. Sheesh. Yeah, man, and then you move on to the other side, bro. The Seahawks, right? The Bears got Ben Johnson. The Eagles, they just gonna keep being the Eagles. They just got an issue with quarterback. I don't want to talk about that. Rams, they got the best coach in football, in my opinion. Sean McVay is the best coach in football. I like that guy. I wanted that guy. I've wanted that guy forever, and I don't know. If we can pluck something off of his tree, pause. I would love it. I would absolutely adore it. Yeah, Panthers head coach. I mean, Packers head coach LaFleur. Are you kidding me, dude? Steelers and Tomlin. Any of those coaches, I would take. Any one of them. Any one of these coaches that are in the playoffs or in the playoff hunt. I mean, hell, any of those coaches would do. And we're not going to have a shot at any of them. None of them are leaving where they are. None of them are getting fired for obvious reasons. It is, it is what it is. But yeah, I would hope that we take our time and do this thing right, because it's gonna take some doing right to get this final thing done, man. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is Turf's Christmas Eve special. I missed my show yesterday, technical difficulties, so obviously I had to get this in today. So happy holidays to everyone. I'm still gonna have shows. I'm hoping I can get this thing resolved and get my show going tonight. In terms of the knockout canvas with my main man, Coach Angelo. Merry Christmas, happy holidays to him and his wife, Miss Anna, and family. Thursday, I get it. It's Christmas, but hey, I think Turf is going to live stream. I think Turf is going to watch the game live. I really do. I probably will. We'll see. I don't think Spence will be up for that. And I don't blame him, right? Spending that time with your family. I mean, I'll be here spending that time with my family too, but I just think in terms of watching the game, I am going to probably watch it live. So that should be fun. If anybody wants to join, absolutely feel free to hit your boy up. I do on those watch parties. There's just a lot going on this weekend. A lot going on this week. Shout out to my Montana State University Bobcats for making it to that chip. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's coming up here to the Bobcat family. So excited about that. You already know Turf's got his ticket. Bobcats is in the Natty, ladies and gentlemen. The Bobcats in the Natty. Turf and the whole crew will be there. Shout out to the Bobcats. So excited. The only thing we're mad at, and people probably won't even believe it, is we wish we had one of those damn Dakotas. We want to avenge that guy. See, we one of them last breeds, man. We one of them last of the dying breed. We want to get our get back. You know what I'm saying? We wanted some get back. But both of them decided to fold before they got to either of us. So that's including Montana, man. Shout out to the University of Montana. You won't ever hear that again. But no, I mean, it makes it the rivalry that it is. That was the 125th game against each other, Montana versus Montana State, to get to that Natty game. So, yeah, shout out to the whole state, man. That thing shut down. It was an amazing. And in fact, they had higher tickets costs than any other game that weekend. Any other game, like 3x. Yeah, I think tickets were averaging $600 and something for that game. The whole state was shut down. So, yeah, can't wait to go see that. That is going to be amazing. Like I say, shout out to my GGs, the Golden Gopher Girlies, triple G's, right? I call them GGs, Gopher Girlies. Yeah, we got University of Utah in Salt Lake City coming up January 2nd. And then, like I say, man, my Bobcats is January 5th, the day after, right? I believe we play the Giants. No, we play the Chiefs. It'll be Chiefs game. And who knows, man? Nah, I gotta get my car. There I go thinking maybe I'll go, give it a last hurrah, but nope, it's not going to happen. Man, I'm so excited to see this guy right here. He has no idea. D Menace in the building. Salute, my dude. I appreciate you for coming through, man. I hope you enjoy the show. Bro, that warms my heart, man. D Menace, salute Turf. Merry Christmas. I don't think y'all understand. This man supports all of us. The good, the bad, and the ugly. I don't know a more supportive fan that hits up everybody's channel in terms of support. You go to a tailgate, you're around D Menace, man, that man is there. He's serving everybody. He's one of those givers, man. He's always helping out. He's always doing something. I'm very, very thankful for D Menace being part of the Raider Nation crew, man. He's a special dude. And man, hopefully you got some great Christmas gifts for yourself, my guy. I've been good, man. It has been a minute. I'm glad you came through, bro. I really, really am. I appreciate you for doing that. Yeah, man. And it's perfect, man. 50 days. Exactly an hour, ladies and gentlemen. Exactly an hour show. It doesn't get any better than that. But yeah, to each and every one of you, Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. I don't have to say New Year's because I'm going to be back online well before New Year's. I can assure you that. So, until then, next time, y'all enjoy it, man, on this pre-Merry Christmas, Christmas Eve. Turf is out. Peace.
You big body.
Ready for the night. Shit, that's an obvious one, ladies and gentlemen.